I wanted to be anything but an entrepreneur. I wanted to be an actual queen, a Disney princess at Disneyland, an actress, a vet, a teacher, and
Please one next episode. Bye bye.
a YouTuber. And I ended up being an entrepreneur. Hello there, I'm Quincy. I'm a content creator, and what I do can be explained into two categories: written content and video content. Written content is basically anything concerning text, so you can find copywriting, blog articles, translation from English to French and vice versa, proofreading, and social media posts. Among the video contents that I specialize in, you can find video creation, video editing, voiceovers, and video podcasting. And hold on, before you think, oh wow, she's got all her stuffs together, there's more you need to know about the life of an entrepreneur. So end of 2021 and until the beginning of 2022, I was an intern at the MYP at Quatre Bonds Sudnac. Now it has been rebranding itself to the MYP Network Partners, where you have Kevin Cobourg, who's the founder of this new initiative. And you can find more about this initiative in another video that I did with the founder, Kevin Cobourg. You'll find that in the description below. So don't forget to go and check it out. It's really interesting, especially for aspiring entrepreneurs. So basically, when I went there, and it was a tech company at that time, I was doing a course in communication and I actually graduated. So really big up to all of my lecturers who actually, some of them gave me a lot of headaches and mental illness and physical illness. It turns out when you really like you get into this shoes of an entrepreneur, it's a different thing. It's not really the same way that you thought it would be back at school or high school or university. So you kind of like have to learn everything from zero. Yeah, that was basically my case, and it kind of like actually challenged me, and we'll come to that on another question now. But um how did I become a content creator? I'm still trying to find the answer to this, honestly. How did I become a content creator? Actually, it's funny story, not really funny, but this expression in Creole, fréquente les chiens gagnent pisse, but you usually use that in a negative connotation. But basically, if you spend your time with a typical type of group or people, it kind of like influences you also. And I think there is like a big truth in this. When I met Kevin, I actually got to get to know how he perceived the world through the lens of an entrepreneur, through the lens of a businessman, because he was in that for 20 years, you know. So that's something that I got to learn being by his side. And I learned so much things in terms of personal growth, professional growth. If you want some insights about what I learned so you can apply it too, I will post a video soon about the 5 top things that I've learned in my first year as an entrepreneur, so stay tuned for more. So he was telling me about the different projects that he wanted to do and expand, and but he was a one-man company, so he didn't really have people to get into these projects and work them out. I wanted to, take it on and actually try to develop my skills and build all of these different projects, be it into writing content for the website or taking on an e-magazine and taking on the podcast. And so that's basically how I ended up having all of these things on my plate. Honestly, in my mind, I was thinking of it just like all of the hobbies that I like to do. I was just thinking of doing it all, And then when I really had to develop the business as an actual business, and get into all of the procedures and start to think like a businesswoman, like an entrepreneur with all of the challenges, it was hard. It was hard. one thing that all or most of entrepreneurs would agree with is finances. Finances, in terms of, if you're starting a business and you don't have the capital, or the financial support, it can be tricky. It can be really challenging for you to start. It can be simple stuff, but still, there are things that you need to invest in, as simple as they can be. Buy equipment or an office, or just you name it, anything that you feel that you need for your business to get going. I would say that I'm really thankful actually for the MYP Network Partners, because they have been supporting me into providing the podcast room that I have now. But yeah, it did help me a lot to know that I could count on the network to start my business, because on my own it would have been really really difficult for me to get that going. So again, I will encourage you, if you are an aspiring entrepreneur, you want to do your own business, don't hesitate to check out the myp.com or the video where we talk about this network, where you can actually learn more about what it is like, how you can join in, what are the benefits that you'll get, how you can get your business to succeed. You will really get a lot of support. So again, I really encourage you to go and check it out. The second financial challenge that I'd say I've faced is the instability of your finances. For me personally, since I'm doing content writing but also videos, I have these different streams of income, but it's not something that is really consistent, because it depends of my hours of work and just a lot of things that is in there that you have to consider. So basically you say that I function as a freelancer, and for a freelancer, time is really money, unless you have hired people to also delegate work to and work for you. But if you're starting alone and you don't even have the resources to hire people, then this part can be challenging. When I started, it was this case for me. I didn't have anyone to delegate some of the tasks to, and it was so overwhelming because I had to spread my tentacles my tentacles everywhere, until I couldn't anymore, and I thought, okay, I'm going to hire people so we could be more productive and all of us could benefit from it. Third challenge that I would say I face is lack of motivation. So I always been someone who was so energetic, so motivated, so optimistic. Like, it was just sweetness and positivity everywhere. And then I became an entrepreneur, and turns out that that can that can drain. Sometimes I was waking up and I wasn't motivated at all. I just wanted to give up. And I found out that motivation was not enough, and that I had to be disciplined. So it's not like you're disciplined for, like 10 minutes and then you go back to procrastination, and then it's not like that. When you're an entrepreneur, you have to be consistent, because it's like, really, consistency is key when you're an entrepreneur. And if you just rely on your motivation, you won't really go far, like, in my honest opinion, because you need to do sacrifices, you need to prioritize. And yeah, so there are moments where you feel like you don't want to do it anymore, and that's when you actually need to keep pushing. And that's where it's good to actually have people to surround you with, who understand you, who actually can help you get through and keep going. Like, for example, like Kevin did with me as a mentor in the network, and he was actually pushing me to, like, keep going and not give up. So thank you, Kevin, for this. Basically, you will definitely face some lack of motivation when you're going through this. Actually, you need to take a moment and actually think about why you're doing this. maybe what you're doing wrong, what you could do better, what you should prioritize, what are the things maybe that you should stop doing. So there are different factors that you need to really think about, which will help you to actually keep going and reach your goals. Another challenge for me was, and I think that was actually my biggest challenge, which I'm still sometimes struggling with, to be honest, is comparison. I see many content creators, and sometimes it's like, oh wow, I could do this. This is so inspiring, so I'm in a good mood when I watch them. And some other days, if especially you're lacking motivation and you look at content creators and then you're like, why am I even trying? The biggest challenges are the ones where you have to fight within. When you have to fight your own thinkings, your own feelings, that can hit hard. But what keeps me going is I do believe that no matter how many companies there are that offer similar services, or how many content creators that can be out there, each and every one is unique in their own way. So I do like to remind myself of this, and I would like to remind you also of this. Maybe you are in a similar situation as me, where sometimes you get this comparison thing, in whatever you're doing. You can be a student, you can be in business, you can be a mother, like this can happen to just anyone. But I would like to also encourage you to just not give up on what you're doing or on your dreams just because other people are doing similar things as you, and you try to compare yourself or think that you are not good enough in what you're doing, because that's not true. You are unique in your own way, and you have to find what is your USP. What is this unique thing about you that you can use and that you can give to the world. And all of these creators out there, who are being themselves, they also are unique in their own way, and they're doing a great job at what they're doing. And basically, you just have to find what makes you you, and what are the good strategies to adopt to make it work. Delivering quality work and making my clients happy is actually a big achievement every time for me. And I'm not just saying that like because like, yeah, happy customers, happy me, not just that, but that's a real satisfaction as an entrepreneur when you deliver work and you get good feedback, where your video editing is appreciated, your blogs, like they tell you that you caught the right message, you expressed it the right way, you understood what they wanted to say. All of his feedback, I received them, and I'm really thankful for that, and that really helps me to keep going. Where I know that I'm actually doing, like a good job, and that I can get better at it. But also, I've started to post videos on TikTok on my page in Mauritius channel, so you can check that out. You will find the link in the description below. But basically, I'm nearly at 10k followers, so really please get me to 10k followers. It's been fun, but also I've had to step out of my comfort zone, where I did also some street videos. So I had to challenge myself, and I'm actually really proud of where I am now. And of course, I'm aiming for more, but it's actually something that I'm proud of. And also, one of my biggest achievement, I'd say, is the creation of social media page on Facebook for a client. To begin with, I actually didn't want to get into social media posts, but I went to a network meeting and I was telling people about what I do, my services and all this stuff. And there was one entrepreneur in there who wanted to actually have my services of content creation for her social media post. So I thought, okay, why not? I know I have the skills, and for something that I wasn't really, I would say, 100% confident when I was starting, it actually turned out to be quite good. And we've got to achieve 1K followers within a year organically. We've got sales, we've got people to interact on the comment section, on Messenger. So yeah, I'm actually pretty proud of this. But of course, there's always more room for improvement and we're aiming higher. If I have to really say one of my biggest achievement, which can be maybe surprising for some people because it's not really something directly related to a work, but mostly on personal growth, I'd say, because when I started my entrepreneurial journey, I also faced a difficult situation in my personal life, which I didn't know would affect me that much, and it actually did. But my my focus was so much on I want to reach my goals. I don't want to think about what's going wrong in my life or what's hurting me, or I didn't want to focus on my pain but on my goals. When you're suffering inside and you have to wake up and get things done, every little things that you do seem like a big effort. It feels so much like an achievement, and because you show up for yourself, you show yourself that you don't want to stay stuck, you show yourself that you want to actually get this business going. You want to see the fruits of your seeds that you're planting today. One of my biggest achievements so far is really that I've showed myself that even when I would be feeling low, even when I would feeling like I just want to give up, I could still keep going. And I really thank God for the strength that He gave me to go through this situation, and that He's giving me every single day of my life. Acknowledging and celebrating each and every wins can also keep you going. First of all, know yourself. Know what you want, know what you don't want. Maybe make a list of all your qualities and of your flaws, or what you think maybe can be your weaknesses. Why do I say that? It's because that can help you a lot in business, or to learn to understand who you are. So try to do that. And it's not impossible to do a business. Like I was telling earlier, there can be many people who have the same business as you want to do, but you just have to find something that can distinguish yourself, something in there that can show who you really are, what's unique about you, what's unique about your business. Be yourself, but don't stay stuck in what you know. Don't stay stuck in just you. It can be a bit controversial with what I said. So if you have to listen to it again, do so. But I'd say to also, get out there and research and see what are the strategies that you can adopt. See what are the things that you can improve in yourself, in your way of delivering your services, in your way of doing maybe your products or what you want to do. But you have to think of improving yourself. So be yourself, but think also about improving yourself. And this is what you're going to deliver to your clients. But definitely have your idea jotted down, think about what you want to do, start to surround yourself with a community of people, of entrepreneurs who can also understand you. The MYP Network Partners is here for that. So don't hesitate to check that out and to contact them. And I am in this network too, and I can say that I'm receiving a lot of support, and I want you also to feel this support, and I will be there as well to support you in your endeavors in the tech industry. Do take that leap of faith, like I like to say. Do take this step. Do get out of your comfort zone if you need to, but don't hesitate to build your future. Don't hesitate to follow your dreams, to get out there and to actually execute and implement the things that have been roaming in your mind for days, months, years. There's a saying that says that the cemetery is the place where there's so much treasures. There's something like that it says around these words. Why is that so? Like, it's the place that's the most rich, or there's more treasures in there. That's because many of them died with that dream that could have made them millionaire or billionaires, or the dream in itself is a dream that was so meaningful that it would have brought so much thing in other people's life, but they never got to achieve that. And I would really encourage you to not be in this situation where you're going to your grave with your dreams, with your dream job, with your business idea, but actually get it out there in the world. If it fails, then you try again, or you tell yourself that you actually give it a shot, and maybe you don't want to do that and you find out that you want to do something else, then that's fine, but at least you tried. Or you never know how this seed that you planted can actually be fruitful for other people's life. Every decision or every action that you do actually brings out something. So I'd say don't underestimate yourself. Really get out there and show the world who you are and what you can do. So here it is for me, and I hope that you went through to the end of this video. You can find other videos of other entrepreneurs who talked about their own entrepreneurial journey in the description below. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you have not done it already. Be blessed and see you in another video.